Mute on.
Hello and welcome everyone to our third webinar for today, June 21st, Experience Luxury Ireland. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Helen Cole and I'm the Trade and Online Promotions Executive at Tourism Ireland. I hope everyone can hear me okay. If you've got any hearing problems, please just enter them into the chat box. Also, this chat box is a great place to direct questions, either to myself or our three presenters who we have here today. Um, we have Roisin Wallace from Manor House Hotels and Irish Country Hotels, Leanne McCarthy from Kildare Village Outlet, and Ailish Wool from the G Hotel. So I hope everyone can hear me fine, and we're going to start off, and I'm just going to give you a quick overview of Ireland, which hopefully you all know a little bit about, and you're all selling Ireland at the moment. Ireland is known for being, a unique destination. It's very vibrant and diverse, very accessible. There's amazing history, heritage, a great literary heritage, musical. We have lots of different activities that your clients can take part in, like food holidays, walking, cycling, golf, obviously being one of the big products in Ireland. The great news is that there is fantastic access from Canada. We have direct seasonal access from Toronto to Dublin, from Air Canada from June to September, and then Air Transit with a little bit of a longer season from May to October, and their flights direct from Dublin to Toronto, Toronto to Shannon, which is on the west coast, and Montreal to Dublin as well. And then also year-round access. You can fly via London to Dublin and Belfast as well with Air Canada and their code-sharing partner BMI. So it's very accessible for Canadians to visit Ireland. I just have a little map there with some gateway cities, which takes a little bit of a second. As you can see there, Dublin on the east coast, and moving south to Cork, west to Shannon and Belfast. And then we have the United Kingdom there beside us with the connecting flights from London Heathrow. So why will your customers love Ireland? Well, it is the island of unique character and characters. We've got some spectacular scenery, great shot of the Giant's Causeway there in Northern Ireland. People are very engaging. Your clients, this is the one thing that customers and people who visit Ireland come back with time and time again is how friendly, how engaging people are, how much they will talk to you and tell you stories and really get involved in your holiday as well, which is really, really great. Ireland, obviously, very ancient land, and we have some amazing heritage there for clients to discover. It's really good fun. That's a good shot of the storehouse, the Guinness storehouse, the gravity bar at the very top. And you have to go to Ireland and, of course, have a pint of Guinness. We've got awe-inspiring scenery, which will just take your breath away, and it truly is a beautiful country. And vibrant cities, Dublin, Cork, Galway, Belfast, Derry. There's so much to see and do. They're really full of life, full of character, and really, really good fun. So just going back to the theme of the webinar today, which all our presenters are going to take you through in a little bit more detail, what is there to experience in luxury Ireland? Some fabulous, unique boutique hotel accommodations, incredible spas, great place for shopping, really, really great place for shopping, fine dining, and a number of stately homes and gardens. So there's that little bit of luxury that happens in Ireland. The spa product in Ireland, we have a number of different types of spa products as such. A destination spa, which really is the total immersion in the spa experience. You go there, you switch off, and you have some lovely treatments and have a fantastic time. A resort spa, which is a mixture of spa and recreational activities. So maybe it's some equestrian activities you can get involved in, or golf as well. Hotel spas are really, really common in Ireland, and there's some fantastic unique products there, and that really enhances your stay. So not the complete spa immersion, but you can kind of dip in and out and take some of those treatments with you for your stay. And then a specialized retreat. We have a number of really unique health farms and thalassotherapy resorts and seaweed bath centres as well. So something a little bit different there. And obviously being an island, there's no shortage of seaweed to use. Ireland is a really good shopping location. Some great, unique, fantastic boutiques in the capital cities, a wealth of craft stores. Ireland is really known for, its crockery and pottery and glassware as well. So you can really find that there, and you find that in the factory outlets. Avoca Hand Weavers would be one of the more well-known kind of craft outlets. Fine dining, wealth of Michelin star restaurants. Ireland is really undergoing this kind of gourmet food revolution, as we call it. The food revolution is happening right now because people are becoming really aware of it. There's some fantastic food festivals and markets and farmers markets popping up all over Ireland. Stately homes and gardens, you can take some visits to some of these, experience music in great Irish houses, which is a unique program where you actually get to sit in some of these fantastic, beautiful old stately homes and listen to operatic music or choir music. So it's really, really great. You can do guided garden tours, and also you can stay in some of these stately homes now as well through various companies, and that's worth checking out. So a little map of Ireland, just so you know where we're talking about. We have Ulster, Munster, Leinster and Connacht. So there are the 4 regions in Ireland, and you can see the map there to the right. Going back to Ireland's characters, as I mentioned before, we're really friendly. We're a very friendly tourist nation, and we were also voted the top tourist destination for 2011 by the readers of Baxter Travel Guides. So it really is a unique destination to send your clients to, and there's some lovely shots there of some characters, as I mentioned. Your clients will go there, they'll have a great time, they'll experience the crack, which is an Irish kind of word for fun. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our first presenter, Roisin Wallace, who's from the Manor House Hotels and Irish Country Hotels group, and she's going to talk to us a little bit more about that, great luxury product and what's on offer in Ireland. So, Roisin, I'm going to hand it over to you, and there's your picture there.
Thanks very much, Helen. Hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Roisin, and that is a real Irish name. It means little rose, and I suppose I was once upon a time, but as you can see now, ladies and gents, I've aged just a little bit. I represent a true Irish product, country houses and castles, and we have 2 groups, the Manor House Hotels and the Irish Country Hotels. Within our Manor House collection, we have lots of lovely castles, country houses, very much at the luxury end of the market, and our Irish Country Hotels are family-owned and run hotels. You can see here on the map all of the different locations all over the island. So we cover both from north, way up on the top where the Giant's Causeway, etc., access from Belfast Airport, right down to the south and east and west. So no matter where your clients want to visit in the country, we have something to offer them. The group is a totally Irish-owned group. Each of the property are owner-run. So you really can get to meet all of the individual owners of the properties. I know there's on the screen it may be quite small just to see the names of the properties, but we do have this map available for your clients as well, and also of course on our website. So what are the reasons for booking these properties? And you're going to see some lovely images in a few moments. But we have a central reservations office here in Dublin, where I'm talking to you from at the moment. And the great advantage of that is all of the people here in the office are local experts. So you're talking to somebody in Ireland who can give you valuable knowledge on each of the properties. They even know which room and which castle is maybe going to suit an individual client over another. We do have a toll-free number. Sorry, it says US there, but of course it's for Canada as well. We have a number for you to call us on, so you can speak to us directly without it costing you any money, hopefully, or you can email us. We also work with many of the big operators over there, the tour operators whose programs maybe are used to Royal Irish and CIE are just some of the operators you will find our product featured in. Um, we offer you, if you're booking us directly, a commission of 10%. And we can help you with things like itineraries, things like our maps, some images, anything like that that you would need. Or even you can call our central office just for advice on which products to book, which of the hotels to book, and maybe then go back and book through your operator, whatever works best for you. So on to what the actual properties look like, and just to give you a feeling, you'll be glad to hear we only have about 10 minutes, so I'm not going to go through all 60 properties within the group, but I hope from showing you some of these pictures we can give you a bit of a feeling for what you can expect from a Manor House hotel or an Irish country hotel. So this is one of our lovely Manor Houses. It's a castle in County Kerry. And I think everybody's trip to Ireland involves a stay in a castle at some stage, and certainly people definitely aspire to have a stay in a castle. And our castles date back, this one in actual fact dates back to the 1500s, so loads of history, but you'll be pleased to hear they have been upgraded since then. They're all very much a luxury boutique hotel standard, so 4 and 5 star standard of castles, room service, valet parking, concierges, etc. All the facilities that you would expect in a luxury property. Just to give you a feel of a room in one of the castles, this is just a room at Ballyseedy itself. And of course, one of the great things about staying at these historic houses is there's great history attached. And this one, believe it or not, when you look at that lovely castle, can you imagine that the lease on this used to be just the cost of a single red rose, um, delivered on Midsummer's Day, because the man who leased the castle felt it was only right that that would be the lease. And this year and every year there's always a great party there on Midsummer's Day. And indeed, where Helen was talking about the historic houses, we have opera on the lawn here on the 4th of July every year. So the local operatic society come in and do opera on the lawn. On to one of our more well-known castles. This is Ballynahinch Castle, a larger castle in Connemara. And you can see the beauty here reflected in its own lake in Connemara. You can see the lovely Connemara hillsides in the background. And this is a 40-bedroom castle, voted by voters of one of the top 10 places in the world to visit, and you can probably see why. A lovely house for fishing, shooting, or just for touring the whole Connemara area. And for those of you who aren't too sure where Connemara is, it's on the west coast, above Shannon and above Galway, just on the west, and it's an amazing area to visit. We have 9 properties in total in that area between the two groups. It's just an inside shot of the castle. And we have things like, private gillies, which is what the people who will help you fish are called. We also can give you private walks of the estate as well. And on then to one of our city properties, the Dillon Hotel in Dublin City. Again, great history associated with this building, but it is very much a modern, chic boutique hotel, a 5-star hotel in the centre of Dublin. We also have Cahernan House in Killarney. And you can see the lovely lakes of Killarney reflected here in the background. Of course, Killarney features in a lot of people's visits to Ireland. You can see the lovely lakes. And again, this was owned by Lord Herbert, who was a brother of Lord Herbert, who owned Mucker's House. Now, you can't actually stay at Mucker's House, but it's an amazing visitor attraction. And you can see here, this house also locates right down onto the lake. You can get lake tours right through the Gap of Dunloe. You can take a horse and carriage in around Killarney from the house here. And there's a shot of just one of the rooms at Cahernan. And of course, dining is one of the big features of these hotels. And we're pleased to say with we are the winners, two of our hotels rather, are winners of Hotels of the Year, both in year 2010 and 2009. We have won that prestigious award for members from our group. So that just gives you an idea of what you can expect within the group. Big award winners there. This is our other hotel of the year. I'm not sure, it's not quite coming up there. Brook Lodge Hotel at Macreadon in County Wicklow. And on then to another historic castle, Markree Castle in County Sligo this time. And Markree has an old world atmosphere and charm. And there's actually a great history of a little serving girl here who is known to haunt the castle. So anyone who wants to see a ghost when they're in Ireland, be sure to take in some of the castles as well. Most of them are friendly, you'll be glad to hear. And the ghost here was actually known to haunt Kathleen, one of the old housekeepers in particular, and she used to lead her a merry dance around the castle by moving things within the rooms on her. But she is supposed to be very friendly. Another one of these prestigious manor houses is Lochrain Castle in Mohill in County Leitrim. This was the home of Lord Leitrim. He was a bit of a scoundrel in Ireland, but it's a beautiful castle, luxury property hotel. And you can see the lovely lawns there, lots to see and do in the area of Leitrim, which is in the centre of Ireland. It's a good base for touring the centre of Ireland. On to Marion Hall in Dublin City, again a lovely boutique property in the Balls Bridge area. So in the heart of very easy accessible to the city centre, just about a 20-minute walk. There's also a lot of restaurants in the Balls Bridge area, so it's a very nice area to stay. A shot of Bayview and Ballycotton, and also Dunraven Arms in Adair. Adair is a great place to start a visit to Ireland because it's close to Shannon Airport, so it's a great first or last night. It's a lovely village, lots of thatch cottages, and Dunraven is right in the centre of the village, so sometimes I think it's a great place to start because you can drive maybe from Shannon and have a short drive on your first day and then park up and just travel around the village itself. And Dunraven is also a former winner of the Hotel of the Year. There's Harrington Hall. And many of the properties are great for angling, for golf, or indeed, as Helen has mentioned, spa. We have two great spa destination spas, Knockranny House and also Brook Lodge at Macreadon, the former Hotel of the Year. So they would be great locations if you want to have a spa. And of course, golf. We have great properties down in Waterville, and of course we have properties up near where our boy Mr. McElroy won this weekend. So the Beach Hill up in Derry will be a good access point for some of the great courses in the north of Ireland. So that's just a glimpse of manor house hotels. We also do have our Irish country hotels, which are the family-run smaller hotels in Ireland. And these are the hotels where you'll get to meet the Irish families who run them, and also very much where we go on a weekend for a wedding or a christening. So somewhere nice to see and to get to meet with the Irish. 3 and 4 star in standard. And that's just a shot of one of our properties in Westport, the Clew Bay Hotel, right in the heart of Westport. And Westport's a great place if you want some nice Irish music and be right in the heart of the town. One of our newest members is Glengarriff Park in West Cork. And West Cork, close to Clarny, close to Cork, but a beautiful area for touring. And you can see the nature here of the Irish country hotel, very much your local little hotel, nice bar, nice restaurant, and lovely rooms. So if you want to get to meet the Irish and have a drink with Paddy at the bar, these will be good locations for that. It's one of our properties in the north of Ireland, again up in County Derry. And this is a typical 3-star room in Ireland. So you can see the standards are very, very good. Now, in particular, I suppose the Irish country hotels, we have very strict entry criteria for hotels to join our group. All of the hotels are inspected annually by our own team of customers, and their customer inspections that we use, and that feeds back, and any member that wouldn't keep up the standards would be asked to leave the group because it is an owner-run group, so they're very protective of their standards. So you can be sure of the very best with Irish Country Hotels. This is just one of our Irish Country Hotels that has a 3A Rosette restaurant in what is a 3-star hotel, so the Ardagh Hotel in Clifton in County Galway. Close enough to Ballynahinch that if you were staying actually in Ballynahinch and wanted an evening out, you could go and dine there, or indeed you could dine here and visit one of the castles from here, stay here. Again, Headford Arms, where in Kells, where the Book of Kells originally came from. A lovely shot of a room there. Again, family owned there by the Duff family. Father, mother, brother, and sister all work in the family, and that's in the hotel, and that's the nature of these hotels. Deer Park Hotel in Howth, good access point for Dublin Airport, has 36 holes of golf there, so if you want to play golf, has a spa as well. And it's in the fishing village, but yet on the rapid rail into Dublin City and about 15 minutes from Dublin Airport. So a great location for your last night, or indeed a first night if you're coming in and don't want to be right in the heart of the city the first night, maybe unwind, chill out at a fishing village before you head right into the city. Again, many well positioned for golf or for spa. Indeed, one of our Irish country hotels has an amazing spa in Woodlands, also in Adair, which I mentioned earlier, Fitzgerald's Woodlands House in Adair. So that's a quick run through. Our toll-free number is up there, and of course both our websites. Feel free to call and to talk to me or to send me any questions. I hope that gives you some food for thought there.
Thank you very much, Roisin, for that wonderful presentation. That's fantastic. It's great to hear that there's toll-free numbers and some very specific trade information there for the agents. We don't have any questions coming in. I was just asking if anyone had any questions. I have a couple of questions for you.
Right.
I know I mentioned kind of Michelin star restaurants and different things. Obviously, there's quite a good selection of restaurants throughout the group of Manor House hotels and Irish country hotels.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure, absolutely, and many award winners within that. Each of the manor houses would have dining, and dining would be very much, a part of the experience when you stay in one of these country houses or castles. Many of them use their local artisan producers for their food and their supplies for the dining rooms, and lots of award winners there as well, many with both AA rosettes, and as I say, Hotel of the Year or whatever. But yeah, lots of nice products indeed. Some of them, like Bayview and Ballycotton, they would go down to the pier in Ballycotton each day to get the best fish from the fishermen coming into the pier, and then that'll appear on your plate later on that evening. So the best of products used in the restaurants in these houses. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, well, just looking at our time, I think we'll move on to the next presenter. So thank you very much, Roisin, for taking the time out to do this. We appreciate it. And again, if anyone has any specific questions for Manor House hotels and Irish country hotels, please feel free to pop them into the chat box, and we'll also be sending on Roisin's details. So if you do have specific questions for the group, you can also direct them to Roisin. So we have Leanne McCarthy from Kildare Outlet, and we're going to just set up her presentation and we're going to introduce her. So if you just bear with us for a moment. There she is there. And Leanne, it's over to you, so thank you very much.
That's great, Helen. Thanks a million. Hello, everybody. I'm Leanne McCarthy, and I'm here to introduce Kildare Village Outlet Shopping. So we'll definitely appeal to any of the fashionistas we have on the call. I'm just waiting for my presentation. Oh, here it is. Perfect. So just to let you know where Kildare Village is on the map of Ireland, we're actually in the east. We're just outside Dublin City. So we're kind of I'm going to be talking about that particular region, the county of Kildare. And to just introduce the actual concept of Kildare Village Outlet Shopping, I know everyone on the call is probably familiar with it, but in Ireland it's a relatively new concept, so there's no other similar development. We're the only luxury designer outlet village in the country. What we offer is up to 60% 60% reductions of previous season's fashions. And we have over 60 luxury outlet boutiques in the village. We started off 5 years ago when we had around 12 boutiques. So we've, over the last 5 years, we've definitely evolved, and we're going to continue to grow. Just to give you an idea of what Kildare Village and our company, We are operated by a company called Value Retail, and actually Kildare Village is one of 9 shopping destinations across Europe. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, obviously, but just to kind of give you an idea of kind of where we sit. We've 8 other villages across Europe, and as you'll see from the presentation there, they're all pretty much strategically placed near must-see tourist destinations. So, for example, we would have Baxter Village in London, La Vallée in Paris, Las Rosas in Madrid, La Roca in Barcelona, Fidenza in Milan, Maasmechelen in Brussels, Wertheim in Frankfurt, and Ingolstadt in Munich. So it'll give you kind of a flavour of the kind of concept of chic outlet shopping across Europe. As I mentioned, we're the baby of the group. Baxter Village in London, I suppose, is the mammy. They're open 15 years. They have 130 brands, and they're one of the top tourist destinations in London in terms of shopping. So that's where we hope to progress to for Kildare Village. In terms of obviously our brands, we've some amazing world-class designer brands. We have, you know, our Seven for All Mankind, our Hugo Boss, Polo Ralph Lauren, Anya Marsh. But we also have some kind of niche Irish brands as well, which would appeal to a tourist. We have a lovely brand called Style Gallery, and it showcases some top, you know, Irish designers such as Helen McAlinden, Deborah Veal, Quinn and Donnelly, Joanne Hines. We also recently opened Louise Kennedy, which is one of the top Irish designers in the country. She recently did a lot of dresses for guests who attended the royal wedding recently, and so it's fantastic to have that kind of mix of international and Irish brands in the village. We offer a 5-star service. We're quite kind of lucky that, you know, we obviously showcase Irish luxury designer brands, but we have them in a lovely setting. It's a really nice atmosphere. The architecture of the village emulates the stud farms in the area. Everything that we do is very much luxury. It's 5-star service. To give you a flavour of what we offer, we have a dedicated tourist information centre, which is obviously fantastic for tourists if they want to learn about the village or the region. We offer tax-free shopping, which is really super important for the non-EU residents. So that would be tax refunds of between 8 to 15%, and it's offered through every boutique. We have restaurants and cafes which offer local and European cuisine. Obviously, if there's families, we offer buggies and wheelchairs, play area, and then of course we have free parking, which is a key driver, especially for coaches. So we have plenty of room if there's groups in the village. It's an ideal location. In fact, we are kind of we're like in an oasis in the countryside, but we're less than 60 minutes from Dublin Airport, Dublin Port, and obviously the city centre as well, it's just fantastic. We're, I suppose, in a way, the Ryanair of shopping destinations. We have great transport links for FITs, which I will talk about later on in the presentation. And we're located just off the main road, which is the Motorway 7, which is the main road to the south of Ireland, the Kerry, Cork regions. So it means that we're kind of an ideal stop for people coming, you know, back up to the airport if they've done the tour of Ireland, or a first stop on the tour of Ireland. To give you an idea, so when you come out of Dublin, when you get to leave the city, you come out to Kildare, the county, it's called Thoroughbreds County because it's famed for its horse racing, and it's home to Ireland's amazing race courses, Punchestown, the Curragh. It's also home to the Irish National Stud and Horse Museum. So it has that really, really nice kind of history, and it's also renowned for its variety of top golf courses. We were host to the Ryder Cup 2006 in our local hotel partner, the K Club. So it has a really nice kind of reputation for a luxury county. And when you leave the city, as I said, you know, you come out and it's just green, and you really feel like you're getting a taste of Ireland literally less than an hour outside of the city. Um, the way we can sell the village to tourists is that it is a perfect day out. Even if you don't want to just do shopping, you can visit the Irish National Stud, which is probably one of the most popular tourist attractions in the region. They're also home to the Japanese gardens, which are just absolutely amazing. This this place is 5 minutes away from Kildare Village, so we actually offer a complimentary shuttle bus service from the village to the Irish National Stud. So with the two destinations combined, it makes a kind of perfect country day out. But you can go back, even if you're staying in Dublin, you can just come down for the day. Kildare Village itself, it overlooks a 12th century grey abbey, and it's based in the heritage town of Kildare, which is also home to amazing historic sites. We have a round tower, St. Bridget's Well, we have a lovely cathedral. So it's a really, really nice day. Even if you shopped for a while and walked across the boardwalk into Kildare town, you can mix the culture with the horses and the shopping. Just in terms of getting to Kildare Village from Dublin, it's quite easy for FITs or groups. We are just off the motorway at an exit 13, which is basically, as I mentioned, the main motorway to the south of Ireland. It would be a 45 to 50 minute drive from the city, so it's quite close. Kildare Village Shopping Express is a regular coach service. It's daily. It goes from the airport and it goes from a point in the city centre. And it also comes from the other side of the country, Shannon Airport in Limerick City to Kildare Village. So that's a daily service, and it operates, we have around 5 services from Shannon, we have around 3 from Dublin City every day, so it just makes it that much easier to get to the village. We also have a really good train system as well to Kildare town, and that's a 35-minute journey from Dublin. The service also goes from Cork and Limerick, and we run a complimentary shuttle bus from the train station to bring them to the village. I think just in terms of what we can do for, when we've worked with a lot of operators, all the time, and what we say to them is that maybe, for your clients, if they come to, if they're interested in coming to Kildare Village, that we could offer them a co-branded VIP invitation, which will entitle them to an additional 10% saving of any purchases they make in the village, and that also includes on food and drink. It's just an added incentive that you can give to your guests, and obviously we can co-brand it, which kind of just makes it a bit more of a partnership. That's just kind of one of the things. Obviously, I would be delighted to, to talk to people one-on-one to see if there's any other opportunities in terms of promoting each other. I'd be happy to do that, or I'd be happy to, be open to any sort of suggestions for any partnerships. I think that's just the main overview. I'd be delighted to answer any questions. I think I'm done now.
Thank you so much, Leanne, for that presentation. I think that was really, really interesting and definitely gave the agents a great insight. And I love the co-branding, the IP invitation idea as well. That's really super. We have a question in terms of kind of facilities there. Like if somebody wants to go there and spend half a day, is there somewhere they could like grab a coffee, like use facilities and things like that?
Yeah, well, we have a Starbucks. We also have a lovely Italian restaurant called La Fucina, which is quite a large restaurant, and it has a terrace that overlooks the Grey Abbey. So it's a really, really nice place to kind of grab a coffee or an ice cream and have a little look around. And we also have a Cafe Emily, which is a creperie. So if you're in a rush and you wanted to grab something on the go, you could definitely go there.
And if people are kind of heading back to the airport and things like that, and they might have like extra luggage with them or something, is there somewhere, they can store it or anything like that instead of them kind of bringing it around with them and shopping?
Oh yeah, we get this all the time. We don't actually have an official area, but the Tourist Information Centre, the team in there, the girls are great. And if anyone has extra luggage, they're more than welcome to leave them with the Tourist Information Centre, and we look after them.
Okay, super. Leanne, thank you so much for the presentation. We're going to wrap it up there and move on to Ailish from the G Hotel. So thank you for taking the time and doing this
Thanks
presentation.
for
It's
listening.
fantastic. And next we have Ailish Wall from the G Hotel in Galway. We're just loading her presentation at the moment, and we can see Ailish there at the top right. So Ailish, I'm going to hand it over to you if that's okay.
Yes, hello Canada. I hope you're well. This is Ailish Wall from the G Hotel in Galway. So just waiting for my presentation to load onto the screen. So today I'm going to tell you a bit about Galway and the beautiful area, the countryside in Galway City, and as well as the G Hotel. So is that loaded up there, Helen?
Yes, it is, Ailish.
Okay, I can't see it from my side, so I might just continue on. I wonder, could you maybe just maybe move the slides for me? Apologies about that. So I'm from the G Hotel, which is a 5-star luxury designed hotel in Galway City. And so the letter G stands for Galway, but also for glamour. So the next slide gives you a bit of overview on Galway City. Now Galway City is located in the west coast of Ireland, and the great news is for transport to Galway is now only less than 2 hours drive via motorway from Dublin Airport. So the motorway was just completed about a year ago. Or if it's driving from Shannon Airport now, it's less than 1 hour from Shannon Airport to Galway itself. The G Hotel is located just 10 minutes walk from Galway city centre. And Galway is a beautiful medieval city. It's renowned for its wonderful festivals and events throughout the year. So some of the great festivals that take place in Galway City would include horse racing. So we have 3 horse racing festivals a year. Other popular festivals would be the Oyster Festival, the Arts Festival. So there's plenty of events to do for your clients throughout the year. The city itself has got beautiful cobbled streets, so your clients can wander through the streets, take in the beautiful shopping and the arts and crafts, and they have some great street theatre. Or we can wander into one of the famous traditional pubs and hear some local Irish music, or even enjoy a pint of Guinness. So that when you'll never be, your clients will always have something to do within that area. The next slide will just give you an idea about what you can do outside the city. And Galway is a great base which to explore some of the beautiful countryside. So just about going 1 hour north of Galway City, you've got the incredible area of Connemara, where you can explore the beautiful Connemara National Park and Kylemore Abbey. Or your clients can maybe take a day trip out to the Aran Islands. So they're beautiful islands just off the west coast. Other items, they could maybe head back in time and look at some of the beautiful old cottages and villages around the area. And so the west of Ireland is also renowned for its great golfing. If you head down south, then you head towards County Clare, and there you can visit the incredible cliffs of Moher, which would be the largest cliffs in Europe. So it's a great, Galway is a great area which is based to do day trips either north and south of the area. So the next slide will give you an overview of the G Hotel. So the G Hotel was designed by a famous milliner called Philip Tracy. He's a native of Galway, but he's now based in London. And for those of you who are into your hats, Philip Tracy is a milliner, and he designs hats for rich and famous all over the world. He designed the hat for Camilla Bowles on the wedding day to Prince Charles. And he also designed 40 hats for the recent royal wedding. So he's very famous in his craft. The theme of the hotel will be a seaside theme, and that's the love of Galway and the beautiful coastline we have on our doorstep. The hotel itself has been recognised by Condé Nast and Travel and Leisure as a top destination to visit. So it's a must-see place for your guests to travel to. And what's really special about the G Hotel will be its warm Irish hospitality and welcome that they get when they stay with us. Our ground floor comprises of 3 different individual salons, and they're each individually themed. The first would be the Grand Salon, which would be a beautiful oyster-coloured room, where we've got swarthy crystals on the countertop, lovely open fireplaces where we have Connemara turf burning in the winter months. And above one of the fireplaces, we've got a portrait of the famous Canadian model, Linda Evangelista. Now, Linda Evangelista is a good friend of Philip Tracy, the hat designer, and when he was designing the hotel, he asked Linda Evangelista could he use her portrait in the hotel. She said he could, but on two conditions, that her portrait goes over the main room and that the top suite is named after her. So when you visit the hotel, you'll see a portrait of Linda Evangelista over the fireplace, and the top suite is named after herself. We also have a beautiful pink salon where we could do great afternoon tea and cocktails, and the blue salon then would have lovely antique mirrors and chairs. And we serve food throughout these different lounge areas for our guests. So the next slide, which highlights our bedrooms at the G Hotel. We have 101 bedrooms and suites, and that's what's really special about the hotel will be the bedrooms, and they're beautifully designed to an oyster colour, so very tranquil and relaxing. Our standard room would be a 320 square feet room. It would have a king-size bed, or twin beds are optional, a very spacious seating area. You'd have a work desk area, plasma TV, Wi-Fi will be complimentary throughout the hotel for guests. And then the bathrooms would have a separate bath and shower. So very modern facilities and very comfortable. You can upgrade to suites. So our junior suite would start at 540 square feet. So very spacious. They overlook the lake at the front of the hotel, and they'd have a separate seating area. And what's really special about these suites is the bathrooms would have double walk-in showers, double hand basins, and Villeroy and Bach egg-shaped baths. So you can really relax in the tub and get away from the world. We also will offer a wonderful amenity to all our guests of queen cakes, little cupcakes that are baked daily in the hotel, and they're given to all our guests on arrival. On the next slide, you'll see some pictures of our cocktail bar and our restaurant. So we have a wonderful cocktail bar. We've got beautiful red Swarovski crystals on the countertop. And our mixologists will be renowned for signature cocktails, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, within the hotel. Our restaurant then is called Matt's at the G, which is named after our executive chef, Stefan Matz, who's over our sister property, Ashford Castle, as well as the G Hotel. And so Stefan Matz has created a wonderful menu. So it's all locally sourced food from seafood and meats. So very lucky. So it's a great produce we have on our doorstep here in Galway. And so there's something for all budgets and all dietary requirements. The next slide then will bring you on to our spa, which is called Spa at the G. So it'll be a world-renowned spa, and it's the beauty of the spa is a location over the top 2 floors of the hotel. So on the first floor, you've got an incredible thermal suite, which has a vitality pool, a sauna, steam room, and rain showers. And then we have 8 treatment rooms at the Spa at the G. And what's wonderful is the relaxation is on the rooftop of the hotel, so it looks over a Zen garden. So maybe after a day exploring Galway and the countryside, guests can enjoy a massage or a wonderful facial and the special offers for residents at the hotel. So just to summarise, there's never been a better time to visit the G Hotel in Ireland, and there's great value to be had at the moment. Our rates for the hotel would start from about €145, which is about 200 Canadian dollars, and that's per room, per night. It includes full breakfast, car parking and taxes. We work with all major tour operators for FIT and group rates, but also you can book directly through the GDS or the hotel, and we offer great commissionable rates starting from 10% upwards. And for special occasions, we can arrange complimentary upgrades also. We also offer great preferred rates for travel agents who wish to visit the G Hotel. So if you want to come and visit the hotel and experience for yourself, we can gladly arrange rates for you. So thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, let me know.
Eilish, thank you so much for your presentation there. Sorry about the slight technical difficulty. Yes, modern day technology can sometimes go a bit awry. We have a couple of questions in terms of packages. Is there some kind of good packages that agents can look for or talk to you about for like FIT clients and things like that?
Absolutely. Well, most of the rates, so FRT rates, would include accommodation with breakfast. We do packages that include dinner on one evening or access to thermal suite in the spa, or even to include spa treatments. I work very closely with all the local activities. Maybe they want to include some golfing in the package or a day touring and so forth. So very flexible with your client's needs. We have a full concierge team at the hotel that can assist with any inquiries also.
Okay, that's great to hear. And in terms of location, you mentioned you were in Galway City, so it's quite accessible to, walk down into the town and, visit the local city and experience the nightlife and everything there also?
Absolutely. We'll be about a 10 to 12-minute walk from the heart of the city. There's also regular bus route for those who want to take the boat. There's a nice walk along the lake at the front of the hotel. And there's also regular taxis that can be arranged if guests so wish.
Okay, that's super to hear. I'm just going to see if I see someone typing a potential question there. No, I think we're missing that. Oh, actually, Ailish Donna is wondering, is it a family-friendly hotel, or is it like a mostly kind of coupley, adult-only zone?
Okay. Well, children are very welcome at the hotel. We do great children's amenities. For example, we have a children's check-in for kids, and they also get like a glass of milk and a cookie sent to their room. We have like family rooms and interconnecting rooms, and where we can arrange rollaway beds for families. Predominantly, as the hotel will be modern design hotels, we find we get more adults than children staying at the hotel. We don't have a swimming pool for children, but certainly children are very welcome with us here.
Okay, that's great. We're going to wrap up the webinar for today, so thank you so much, Ailish, and all the other presenters, Roisin from Manor House Hotels and Irish Country Hotels, and Leanne McCarthy from Kildare Village Outlet. As I mentioned, we'll send a little follow-up email to all the agents who registered and attended today, and we'll have the contact information for the partners. So if you do want to direct any business to them and any information, please do so. We also, on this series of webinars, we've been giving away some Lonely Planet Ireland guidebooks to a couple of agents who've registered, so you can learn a little bit more about Ireland and send your clients there. The next webinar is on Thursday, and we have Discover Ireland's Treasures. We've got a number of partners signing up, and that will be the remaining webinar. You can also review the other two webinars from last week on our website, discoverireland.com/trade, and also register for the one on Thursday as well if you haven't yet registered. So a big thank you to all the ladies from Ireland who've taken time out to do this presentation and the webinar. We really appreciate it, and we hope you've found it very useful and informative and send lots of clients in the direction of these partners. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.